September 19th here in Southern Ontario. So, this video is more aimed at people following outside of the country, but the Conservatives are going to call at the earliest opportunity a non-confidence vote on the Trudeau government. It reads just briefly, the House has no confidence in the Prime Minister and the government. That's it. No party preamble or sales pitch or anything. Now we come to the problem. The Liberal government is a minority government, and it's been propped up and kept in power by the NDP and the Supply and Confidence Agreement, which the leader of the NDP just broke. So a non-confidence could pass. It has not heretofore because the NDP has always supported the Liberals. Now in steps the BLOC Québécois, a party that exists only in the province of Quebec. It doesn't have seats or contend for seats anywhere else in the country. It exists only in Quebec. Well, isn't that rife with problems? And how can it even be, you might ask? Well, I don't know how it can be. It goes back. We're not going to get into the history. And yes, now we show how it's rife with peril. The BLOC actually has more seats than the NDP. The number of seats of both parties are kind of irrelevant in the sense that either party has enough to support the Liberals, Trudeau's government, to keep them in power. And the leader of the BLOC, Québécois, has stated, yes, he's going to support Trudeau and vote against the non-confidence vote, as long as Trudeau gives Quebec what they want. Yes. The Quebec self-stated separatist party, already loathed by the majority of Canadians, is going to be loathed even more because it will stymie the non-confidence vote and Trudeau's party will remain in power. Yeah. Polling shows clearly the majority of Canadians want an election, basically because they want rid of Trudeau and his WEF minions, and, well, the Trudeau party can be called the Trudeau party simply because it's not the Liberal Party, only in name. It's the party of WEF members and Trudeau's buddies. 29 out of 39 cabinet ministers, WEF. Oh, the list goes on and on. I digress. Anyways, the Canadian public wants an election. The BLOC Québécois is going to stymie it in return for concessions. Blackmail. Simple as that. Oh, and Canada can't afford, and I don't mean just economically, for Trudeau and his party to stay in power for, it'll be just over a year more. Now, because I'm rambling, I may as well explain. It's a win-win for the BLOC. They're going to blackmail who knows how much money out of the federal government of Trudeau. The Quebec people, they're going to love that. They'll pick up more seats in the next election. And if, perchance, I can't see it, Trudeau is desperate to cling to power, if he says, no, I'm not going to accept your blackmail deal from the BLOC, and the non-confidence vote goes through, the leader of the BLOC still looks strong and impressive to the populace in Quebec. He can't lose. If, and I think it's super highly unlikely, that the BLOC and the Trudeau party don't make a deal, this puts Jagmeet Singh back in the hot seat. He has to vote a non-confidence, or he's going to look like the lioness piece of you've ever seen after breaking the Supply and Confidence Agreement. But he comes out looking like a hero if the BLOC, and I think inevitably, supports Trudeau. Jagmeet can say, after supporting and keeping Trudeau and his government in power, train going by. Jagmeet Singh and the NDP with the Supply and Confidence Agreement, keeping Trudeau in power for the last 2.5 years. The Bloc backs Trudeau. Jagmeet gets to try to save some face. I broke the Supply and Confidence Agreement, and I voted for the non-confidence agreement. Yeah, we're in a fine jam here. My prediction: the non-confidence will fail due to the Bloc, and Canada is going to dislike that, well, loathe the separatist Bloc party all the more. What a mess.